Hi, and welcome to Vic and Vern Sports Stat. I'm Vern, and welcome to our daily sports update show. A recap of the last 24 hours of sports on this beautiful, I hope, Sunday morning. That was raining. It's a bit gloomy today, but never mind. Listen, you guys, absolutely fantastic. I see so many people in the chat, so many familiar names, and it's always lovely in the morning. I love that. Getting up in the morning, getting the show ready, or if Vic is getting the show ready, I'm at work and I look in there and everybody's in the chat. And it's always nice to see everybody in there. And yeah, it's amazing. We've got one guy on the rugby, Mike's his name. He hasn't even been there for about 4 or 5 months. And I always worry, is there something wrong? Is he not doing well? And when I see you guys in the chat, it always makes me very happy because I know you guys are in. That means you're doing well, somewhat well. Yeah, just makes me happy. So I want to thank you guys, all you guys out there, for getting in the chat. Just saying hi in the morning is amazing. Makes me feel good, and I hope it makes you guys feel good as well. A little community in that all over the world, and I find it absolutely amazing. Love it. Marnus is in the house as well there. Fantastic stuff, guys. So let's get into the show. Topics on the side over there. We've got a bit of football, Major League Baseball, NFL, Sumo, Rugby, cricket as well, and some Ryder Cup as well. There, it's looking good there for one part of the world. Not the other, but never mind. Let's get those, and they go away there, lovely. But there's only one place to start, as always for me, because I am a No, before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share the channel with friends and family, guys. Don't forget that, and always much appreciated. But we're going to start off with the Sumo, baby. Because, you know, Vern's big Sumo fan. Love my Sumo. There we go. I just got the top results there. I'm not going to go too crazy in there. Because it's got down now to the last day. Today is the last day of the Sumo. We did have Hiradurimi losing out to Aonishiki. Takanosho beating Kirishima. So those two boys stay at 11-3. We have Onosata beating Kota Sakura and stays at 13-1. And we have Hoshoryu beating Watataka Kake, stays at 12-2. So that means today it is. Let's check that out. Day 15. We do have the title decided there between Onosata and Hoshoryu, the two Yokozunas. I love it when the two big boys, the top rankers, are there in the final day. That's fantastic. So that's going to be an absolute screamer. If Onosata wins this match, it's done. It's dusted. He is the Yusho winner. But if Hoshoryu wins it, they'll have to have a fight-off or something like that. I can't remember the name. It's too early in the morning for this. They'll have a little fight-off there. Another round of Sumo to decide who is the champion. But let's check out the two big boys. There they are. Hoshoryu, the Mongolian, on your left, and Onosato, the man on the right. Absolute mustard. It's going to be an absolute scream of a match. Can't wait for that one. Roders is in the house. Jerome Fisher's in the house. Great, guys. Those two are going to battle it out today. And don't forget, I will have a Sumo update of the whole tournament that should come out about Monday. Always depends when NHK puts out their highlights on YouTube. And I can steal some of that. So that is the final there between Hoshoryu and Onosato. And I must say, Onosato, I'm a big Onosato fan. Not my favorite wrestler, but a big fan of Onosato. So I can't wait for that one. I'm going to sit nicely, watch some NHK live Sumo on that one. It's going to be epic, man. Sumo. Fantastic stuff. And it's out of here. Then we'll get into some Premier League football. And the Premier League was on yesterday. And check out our poll there, guys. I did put out a poll today. I was a bit disappointed. But then I saw the other results there. So, you know, never mind. Should Ruben Amorim be sacked as Man United manager? 67% of you say yes. We'll wait till the end of the show to just check. Maybe that has changed. I don't think it will, but never mind. But it was yesterday, and Brentford did beat Man United 2-1. Vic did that one on the channel. He looked frustrated there at the end, poor Vic. Chelsea lost as well to Brighton at home, 1-3. So, you know, shit happens in the Premier League. Crystal Palace beating the leaders, FC Liverpool, 2-1. Leeds and Bournemouth, 2-2. Man City beating Burnley, 5-1. Nottingham Forest losing to Sunderland, 1-0. And Hotspurs, Tottenham and Wolverhampton drawing 1-1. Today we don't have Aston Villa, Fulham, Newcastle, Arsenal, and I think the Everton West Ham game is on Monday. I'm not sure. But talking about that West Ham game, this man yesterday, Mr. Graham Potter, got sacked. Oh, I'm just reading the chat. Big Ben there says, as a Liverpool fan, please keep him. Oh, okay, never mind that one. Oh, some people are really mean, but never mind. Bit of fun. This man, Mr. Graham Potter, got sacked in the morning yesterday. Yes, got sacked about afternoon, not quite morning yesterday, but never mind. He got sacked as coach at West Ham. And this man took over here. Nuno Espirito Santo, he took over. He's been around the block as well a couple of times. So he's the new West Ham manager. Or take Potter. No, you don't want Potter to get relegated. Well, you know, he might get relegated now either. But never mind. He is the new manager of West Ham. Fantastic stuff. And that is your football. No, that's not your football news. Because let's run through some results yesterday in the Bundesliga. Dortmund beat Mainz 2-0. Leverkusen beat St. Pauli 2-1. Let's go. Who else played there? In the French League, Paris Saint-Germain beat Auxerre 2-0. Monaco lost to Lorient 3-1. Well, that's a pity. In the Serie A, Juventus drew to Atalanta 1-1. And Inter beat Calgary 2-0. Austrian Bundesliga. Nothing special happening there. And in the Primera Division, Atletico Madrid hammered Real Madrid 5-2. Wow, that is a major result there. Big result there for Atletico beating old Real Madrid, the old rivals. Highlanders fan is also in there. Highlanders will win Super Rugby. I hope so. Why not? I want a big Moana Pacifica fan and a feature in Drua, but never mind. But that was the football, and it's out of here. Let's get straight into the rugby. And there's only one place we can start with the rugby, and that is the Women's World Cup. Here we go. Those were the results there. New Zealand did win that bronze medal against the French women, 42-26. And England beat Canada in the final, 33-13. So congratulations to the English ladies, to the Red Roses. There they are. Well-deserved. Absolute fantastic tournament they played. They dominated that whole tournament, so they deserve that victory. I was hoping for Canada, but listen, you got to tip your hat and say well done to the English ladies, to the Red Roses. Fantastic tournament. Congratulations to them. Fantastic stuff. Then we'll get into a bit of URC rugby, because we are a bit of a URC crazy people here on the channel. The Stormers Leinster 35-0. We said that yesterday. Ulster beat Dragons 42-21. The Warriors beat the Sharks 35-19. But yesterday it was the Bulls in an absolute weird game as well. 53-40 against the Ospreys. 93 points. That is crazy. Then we have Zebre beating Edinburgh 31-28. The Scarlets losing to Munster 21-34. Cardiff beating the Lions. I did that one last night. I was so tired I couldn't hardly keep my eyes open on that one. 33-20, sorry about that one. And then Connacht beat Benetton 26-15. That is the first round of the Rugby Championships. We'll get into the tables winners a bit further on in the season. Then, of course, we had the Rugby Championship. There we go. Two big games yesterday, and there were two fantastic rugby games. New Zealand beating Australia at Eden Park, keeping their record alive. That's the only record they still got in rugby. That's the only thing they got still, that Eden Park record. 33-24 to New Zealand. And afterwards, what a game that was. The Boks, the mighty Springboks, let loose again in that second half against Argentina. 67-30. What a game of rugby. I was going off my rocket. I thoroughly enjoyed that one. That was amazing. But let's check out the table there of the Rugby Championship there at the bottom. It is South Africa with 15 points, New Zealand with 14, Australia with 11, and Argentina with 9. The closest Rugby Championship we've had for, I think ever. So really good tournament this year. South Africa just has to beat Argentina next week. Doesn't need a bonus point. At Twickenham they're playing next week. So that's to be interested. So if you guys out there in the UK, go get some tickets and watch the game. I think it's sold out already, but never mind. So South Africa just has to beat Argentina next week, and then they become champion because they have a superior points difference to New Zealand. So that is magic. Congratulations to the Bokke and to the Kiwis. And that is your rugby. That's gone. Guys, we do have a cricket this afternoon. And what a cricket game. It is T20. 20 over cricket. But it is between India and Pakistan. And we know India and Pakistan, a lot of history. And we have a lot of great Indians and Pakistanis on our channel. We love you guys. It's going to be an epic game. If you've ever never watched cricket in your life and you want to watch a game, watch India against Pakistan. It's huge. It's massive. It could be the biggest sporting rivalry on the planet, I think. Could be. India, Pakistan in the cricket. Both countries are cricket mad. Have a bit of history of other stuff with each other as well. So always adds a bit of spice. So check that one out. India v Pakistan. Or Pakistan v India in the Asian Cup final. It starts at 4:30 Central European time. I wanted to watch that one, so I'll be watching Vic on the Vic Zone, which I'll get into a bit later, and I'll be watching a bit of cricket today. Can't wait for that. 20 cricket, super exciting. So check that out. That is the cricket. It's gone. And then we're getting to the Ryder Cup, and that's heating up as well. The Ryder Cup heating up as well. They're fantastic stuff. There you go. Europe 11.5 points there. They need 14 to clinch it one. The USA 4.5. This one almost looks over. Which street? I'm getting to that now. Settle down, dude. It's coming. Impatience of the youth. It is Ryder Cup. Europe looking well on their way to winning this one. They need another 2.5 points, and then they will secure the Ryder Cup. Fantastic stuff. Go Europe! Then, of course, WNBA, there are the games tonight. That will be the game 4 of both competitions there. So check that one out. WNBA. We said we were going to do one. We'll see. Maybe we'll do a final game. Getting to the NFL. Here we go. Minus NFL. There we are. Those are the games for this weekend. Sorry, golf gone. NFL. Vic's going to do the Steelers against the Vikings Steelers. Let's get that out of the way. There we go, Vikings Steelers. That is around about 3 o'clock if I'm not. Where's Yanre? Yanre's been scared off, man. Sleeping. Vic's going to do that. Vikings, the Steelers. That's around 3 o'clock there. So join Vic for that one. And after that, he'll be doing the Vic Zone. There we go. Watch along there. Vic Zone for all the other games. That starts around, I think, around about 7, Vic said. So join Vic for that one. That's going to be epic. I'm going to be joining Vic definitely for that one. See what he gets up to. He is our NFL savant on the channel. But checking out the games, there's going to be a lot of good ones. Eagles, Buccaneers, that should be a good game as well. Who else is there? Like I say, I'm not a big NFL fans there. But if I had to choose one, Jaguars, 49ers, I like the 49ers. Bears, Raiders. Packers, Cowboys as well. Vikings game is in London. Yes, that's why it is the early kickoff, because the Vikings Steelers game is in London. That's why it is at 3:15. That's always good for us. We don't just sit here until 2, 3 in the morning. So join Vic for that one, for the NFL. That's going to be epic. And of course, at the end, we do have a little bit of Major League Baseball. Let's get into that one quickly. A run down through the scores. The Yankees beat the Orioles 6-1. The Cubs beat the Cardinals 7-3. The Blue Jays beat the Rays 5-1. The White Sox lost to the Nationals 5-6, and the Giants beat the Rockies 4-3. Let's change that one up now. There you go. Next one. We have the Tigers beating the Red Sox 2-1. The Mets beating the Marlins 5-0. The Twins beating the Phillies 5-0. The Pirates beating the Braves 3-1. And the Guardians beating the Rangers 3-2. Last but not least, we have the Reds beating the Brewers 7-4. We have the Diamondbacks losing to the Padres 5-1. The Astros and the Angels 6-1 for the Astros. The Dodgers beating the Mariners 5-3. And the Kansas City Royals beating the Oakland Athletics 4-2. That is your Major League Baseball. Let me get back onto that. Listen, you guys. Back to the voting. 86 votes. That's fantastic for a Sunday. Should Ruben Amorim be sacked as Man United manager? 67% of you say yes. I'm still on the fence on that one. But at the end of the day, if the results don't come, you got to go. But sometimes I think you should stick with the manager. I don't know. That's hard decision to make there. I put out all the streams for today. Okay, cool, man. Vic's been busy this morning. That's the show for this morning. Guys, fantastic. Join me tomorrow morning. I've got a week off, so I'll be doing the morning show tomorrow. Maybe one day Vic and I will do it together because we are messing around here at the studio. We're redoing the studio again. It's been like the 7th or 8th time that Vic and I have changed the studio at Studio 1. But join me for that one tomorrow morning. Please join Vic afterwards for the Steelers-Vikings game and, of course, the Vic Zone. And everybody else, have a fantastic Sunday. Don't forget to go have some nice lunch with friends and family. And Sumo starts in just under 2 hours. Pleasure, Jerome. And I want to thank you guys once again for being in the chat. Like I said at the beginning, you guys really, there's nothing nicer in the morning, getting up, starting to get the show ready, jumping in and seeing everybody in the chat really makes me happy. And I want to thank you guys so much for that. But once again, if you haven't, then most of you have already. But if you haven't, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Guys, have a fantastic weekend. Have a good week next week as well. Like I said, I'm off, so I'm going to have a great week. Everyone out there, take care. Have a fantastic one, guys. Ciao, ciao.